Hi guys, it's Tim from Tim's Electric, and today it's a special day for me. About 3 months ago, the middle of March, I ended up receiving this Varla for demonstration purposes, and I've ridden it about 600 kilometers. I'm going to put down below how much that is in miles. Basically what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go for a ride throughout Victoria. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly with the Varla. Come with me, check it out, leave your comments down below. Thanks so much for giving it a like if you do like this video, and I read all the comments, so make sure you leave those comments down below. Thanks very much for watching. So number one, the ride quality. Let me show you. I am extremely happy with the ride quality. The front and rear springs are excellent. The ride quality is second to none, and it takes this big guy around the city and no problems whatsoever. I've hit a few bumps where I didn't even see the bump coming, and the suspension just ate it right up. So I'm delighted with the ride. As I said, spring right here at the very top here at the front, and at the rear, another humongous spring at the back. Makes for a very pleasant experience. So as I mentioned, the ride quality is fantastic, but let me just show you that, the ride quality on the streets is fantastic, going over the bumps, but right behind me here, I've got a really nice hill, a little bit of a trail, so I'm going to take a little bit of off-roading. The tires on this are perfectly great. I haven't had any issues whatsoever, but let me just show you how quickly it goes up this hill, and we'll go up and down the other side, and I'll talk to you a little bit about the speed at which this scooter goes. It's pretty impressive for a guy my size to be able to go that fast. Anyway, let's go up the hill, and I'll show you exactly what it's like on the trails. Alrighty, hopefully you can still hear me. Some big bumps here. I just gotta be really careful to stay on the trail and not disturb any of the wildlife. Lots of deer in this park. Let's go a little faster. Something I really like about the scooter is there's no motor noise. So there's no whining of the motors when you're giving it power or just cruising along, which is really nice. And it's really easy to navigate. Big bumps here. And now I'm just going to go down the other side. This leads me into the second thing that I really like about the Varla, and that is the braking. The brakes are excellent. Coming down that steep hill just now, really handy to have. The brakes are Zoom hydraulic brakes, both front and back, and just coming down that steep hill, super comfortable, and gives you the confidence to go down those steep hills. Alrighty, I'm going to go down the trail here, follow some of the cyclists, and when I get down to the ocean, I'm going to share with you some of the things that are broken on this particular Varla, and things that you might want to look out for yourself. Go ahead, hon. Oh, thank you. Cheerio. I'm just on your left. Alrighty, so this will be the shortest segment because everything that went wrong with this. This scooter has had 0 flats, and I'm a big guy. I'm a little lighter than I was when I first started doing these videos, but I'm in the 260s now. But when I first started and first got this Varla, I was 278, 280 pounds thereabouts, and I haven't had a flat tire. The only thing that's happened on this entire time that I've owned it is this. There's a little screw here, a little pin that goes all the way through and supports the suspension. And when I was in Ride the Glide one day, they noticed that this had actually come out a little bit, about to maybe an inch, which means, sorry, about here. So about an inch. And they just tapped it back in. And what had happened, I guess, is that on the opposite side here, that little bolt right there had popped off. They had an extra one. They stuck it in there for me. They always look after me there, so it's much appreciated of that. And the only other thing I can think of is that on the website they say range of 40 miles, where I get about 35 to 40 kilometers. Now let's be clear here. When they say a range of 40 miles, they mean with the ideal conditions. Temperature, size of the rider is a big one. So if you're gonna, have somebody who's 100 or 150 pounds ride around the scooter, I bet they have 40 miles in them, no problem, 64 kilometers without an issue. But because I'm probably double the weight of most riders, I'm gonna get like half the distance, and I think that makes total sense. Anyway, so those are the two things that I can think of with this entire setup that I've experienced with the scooter. Was the range. It actually does far more than I need on a typical ride. Even if I ride for an hour and a half, I have no problems. Let me just show you some of the details on the handles. Even simple things like the grip position and handles, really comfortable after 600 kilometers, no undue wear and tear. Overall, I mean, it's been through quite a bit, as you can tell. Riding up and down that hill, for example, today, it had no problems eating it up. So anyway, I'm gonna go to my next one here and finish up and give you my closing thoughts of about the Varla. And of course, if you own a Varla and you've had experience riding around for a while, do put down in the comments down below. Let me know down below what do you like about it? What don't you like about it? And where are things, what things can we do with a Varla or a 10X or something like this? What can we do with a scooter like this to improve it? What sort of things would you add to the Varla to make it a better scooter? Write those down in the comments down below as well. That'd be great. Something I actually haven't covered yet is how quick it accelerates. I gotta say, this thing is really, really fast. But let me just show you now. What I'll do is I'll instead of taking the bike lane down there, I'll just scoot out to the real road there and wait for some cars to come along, and I'll just track along with the cars. I've noticed with me, I don't actually know how fast it goes. Like, what I mean by that is I actually don't know the top speed. I chicken out at about 45 kilometers an hour, give or take. But I suspect that with somebody my size, 50 kilometers an hour is probably no problem. They advertise 40 miles an hour. I guess if you're a lighter, smaller person, I'm sure they're bang on. I have no doubts that it can go that fast. Anyway, let me just show you exactly how quick it is. Well, not so much how quick it is, but that you can keep up with traffic with this. Of course, there's no traffic. Here, I'll just pull over here and wait for some traffic to show up here. And while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna enjoy these beautiful views. My goodness, it's beautiful here. So what I've done here is I've turned it up to gear number 3. I do have turbo on and I'm using dual motors. But that's just because I really like to be able to accelerate really, really fast. Here goes the Mercedes, we'll catch him. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. So, brass tacks. Do I recommend the Varla Eagle 1? I absolutely do. If you're a big guy like myself and the prospect of going up some steep hills, trying to keep up with traffic, decent quality brakings, having a really good quality of suspension, if those things are important to you, then this style of scooter is fantastic. Now, it's not light. Now, you can see some footage of me here going up and down my stairs. It's not light at all, but you know, if you've got the ability to drive into a driveway and lock it up inside a garage, carry it up a couple of flights of stairs, maybe put it in an elevator, taking it up to your condo, whatever it is, if you can manage it, it's about 75 pounds. And so, you know, folding it up and walking around with it isn't much fun. But, wow, what a fabulous scooter. If you'd be so kind, write down in the comments down below if you have any questions about the Varla, and if I can answer them for you. I do reply and respond to every single question and comment on my YouTube channel. Put down in the comments, you know, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. I did mention a couple of things that I might add to something like this, and these are basically just minor add-ons that I think I would probably have. The light on it at nighttime, it's okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice bright LED battery, LED flashlight at the front here. So if you have any recommendations of that, write that down as well in the comments down below. The bell, it's fine. It's not going to scare anybody on the bike paths. That might be something I might add, is a little bit more of a robust horn of some kind. So when I'm on the road with cars, I don't think that's not going to cut it for a car, but on the bike paths, it's totally fine. And so just so you know, I typically ride around on the scooter using eco mode and dual motors. When I do that, when gear number 1, I get about 15 miles an hour, 24 kilometers an hour seems to be the top speed, and that's plenty fast for me. If I want to go a little bit faster, I might put the turbo button on, and that bumps me up to about 35 kilometers an hour. What's that, about 22, 23 miles an hour in still in gear number 1. And as I said, I know that I could put it on turbo and put it right up to gear number 3 and go flat out with this. If you happen to be my size and you've done that, by all means, let me know how fast this thing goes. I'm not planning on finding out anytime soon. Thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Hope it wasn't too long-winded. I just wanted to cover everything off. I'm just delighted with this machine. Yeah, I'm just really happy with it. So anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, always wear a helmet when you're riding these scooters.